I want to make sure the organisation continues the good work that it's doing and builds on that. I think we have some interesting times in the bigger sphere of Aboriginal affairs. We have, obviously, as you know, Jill's going to do the treaty. I think that is going to be big on the landscape. I know the government is looking to, at the behest of Aboriginal communities, advance the self-determination agenda a lot, as well as advance a treaty agenda. So those two things getting legs over the next 18 months. I think that there are, I think if I can get VACCHO well engaged with both those, in delivering the health outcomes that it wants to achieve for the Aboriginal community in Victoria, as well as supporting its members in their growth as organisations, in their administration and their governance as well, not only just the delivery of health services. I think they're things that I'd like to achieve in this pretty complex and changing landscape as well. And we could very well have a change of federal government in that space during that time. So I think those things are pretty challenging. And there's certainly things that I hope to manage well, and in fact, not just manage, but get VACCHO in a really good position to set it up for beyond the 18 months that I'm here. Look, I think there's always challenges for any Aboriginal organisation, obviously being in an environment where you are continually seeking to be funded and delivery of the things that you're supposed to do. That tension of receiving funds from government yet having to be critical of government, but doing that in a way that's constructive. That's always I think is a challenge for any Aboriginal organisation, particularly in the area of health, ensuring that we actually not only have addressing of short-term issues in health, but look to a long-term around where are we trying to get to. I think particularly when you talk about things like health, a lot of these are almost generational. So I think for VACCHO it's a challenge to get others to understand this is in fact a generational issue, rather than an immediate response to a particular problem issue. So I think they're probably some of the bigger ones. There's obviously the tensions between state and federal governments that we have to manage because we're between those. The tensions between different political parties. 2018 is an election year. Make sure everybody's your friend. I think that's a challenge which comes around every 4 years, so it's not a new challenge, but it's one which I think VACCHO has to manage well. So for me, there's some of the challenges that we have. Yeah. It feels a natural place for me to be, a natural destination, I suppose. Certainly, there are many attractions for me wanting to come and work for VACCHO. This is one of them. Certainly, I know her passion around VACCHO and her commitment to it was something that I think has driven many people. The opportunity to be CEO for the place that my sister held so dear is actually very important to me.